generations. Have you prepared your profile for a government job, for a private job, or maybe for the matrimonial purposes? Have you prepared any profile? Right now, you can ask me. Yes, you have prepared something, but this is not called profile. This is biodata, or some people said this is resume. Some people say this is CV. So right now, my question is, what you feel? CV, resume, biodata are the synonyms of profile, or these three things are different things? And your answer must be like this. CV, resume, I hope it's the same one, but biodata is a different one. Is it? So not exactly, my dear. This is not exactly CV, resume, biodata are the same. If you are going to consider about before 90s, what happened? If some people asking about your profile, that means you need to give your biodata. That may be for the matrimonial purposes, that may be for the private job, or that may be for the government job. If someone asking you, that means you need to give your biodata. Before 90s, that was happening. So what is happening? Do you feel what the information required by a placement? Is it required by the company? The information required by the government job, is it required for the private job? The information required by this matrimonial sites, is it required for the company? Obviously no. So before 90s, what happened? The same biodata is reflecting, or same biodata is given by the candidate to everywhere. So according to the requirement, that their means internally changes the concept, but not exactly the top header most like biodata. After 90s, what happened? It the concept completely changed. What the completely changed? That means if you are required for this particular information, means for the government job, that means you need to provide a biodata. If you applying for a in the placement cell, that means you require to give something different, some different profile. If you are applying for, or if you are practicing for a you can say about the directly company, that means you need to provide a different profile. So according to the requirement, that also changes, and time to time that got changes. Not time to time, actually after 90 this has got changes. So right now we need to know about in where we need to give our profile, that means biodata, in where we need to give our CV, and in where we need to give our resume. Right now, just clear a concept. There is no concept like this. Experienced people can give CV, or fresher can give resume. There is no concept like this, because when I'm going to ask to lot many people, they are asking, they're giving me the same answer. Experienced people can give us the profile, means the profile of CV, or fresher people can give the resume only. There is no concept like this, no concept like this. The basic difference you need to know, that one, that is CV is used for different purpose, and resume is used for different purpose. If you are going to consider me, I can give my CV, I can give my resume, even the same time I can give my biodata too. So there are certain different requirements. According to the requirements, I can give. First of all, if you are going to consider about the biodata, biodata, that means biographical details of a candidate. What are the biographical details? That means the first priority must be your personal details, second priority must be your educational qualification, third priority must be your experience. If you have some experience, industrial experience or working experience, then you can give the experience. If you have any, or if you are a fresher, then you can skip it. And in biodata, what is right now the question is, what is personal information or personal data? The personal data is like this: about your religion, your caste, your height, your weight, your skin color, and other information is your personal details. So right now the next question comes: if you become to know what the uses of that one, then you must be clear about why this is required. So the biodata is required in the government job, and it's required in the matrimonial purposes. So when you are applying for a government job and matrimonial purposes, you can give your biodata at that time. So get a clear idea. In government job, caste and religion is required, the quota system is there. So in the matrimonial side, is the caste and religion obviously required, and some other information is required. So according to the government job and matrimonial side, you can give the biodata. Obviously some little bit change in information must be there. So right now, what if you are going to represent your that kind of personal details, or this kind of details, how many pages required? I'm just going to ask you, if you are going to provide these three information, your personal details, educational qualification, or experience if you have any, how many spaces requires? Only one page. So for biodata, if you are going to write a biodata, the page limitation is only one page. Only one page. You need to give a complete information of your profile, means personal details, educational qualification, and your experience if you have any. So right now I do feel you must be clear about the concept of biodata, where is biodata required, and when we are going to use our biodata in which field also. And right now the next concept called CV, means curriculum vitae. So curriculum vitae is actually Latin term that means course of your life. What is the course of your life? That means what you did in your entire life. Educational qualification, experience, industrial knowledge, training, achievements, everything need to be covered in the course of your life. That means in the CV, curriculum vitae means a Latin term that means course of your life. That means you need to cover each and everything that you have achieved in your entire life. And at the same time, where actually CV is required, CV is required in the placement cell. When you are applying for a job in a college, in anywhere, in the placement cell, the CV is required. And at the same time, the CV is also required in the in the online job portal. If you are applying for Naukri.com, Sign In, Monster, Glassdoor, and Freshers World, and lot many job portals are there. If you are applying for the job portal, then obviously job portal are asking you the CV. Why? Because CV is having entire profile, means entire career, what you did in your life, it's also present. So if you are a plus 2 holder, means you're intermediate holder in commerce, then after you change from a non-technical to technical background, that means it need to be reflect over in the profile of your CV. So right now the placement head or the placement people can become to know about, yes, this person having extra quality, that means he is having the means experience in the commerce, means he know how to calculate and other things. If you are having a experience in a different field, right now you are applying for a different job role, that means the experience, means the experience of your previous job can be helpful to finding some new skill for you. So right now what happened is actually the placement people become to know every details, every skill that you are having right now. So according to that, they can offer you different field of job. For an example, if you are an engineer, particularly if you are a mechanical engineer, right now mechanical engineering having different kind of job role. For an example, designing, manufacturing, or production, or maybe in the marketing. So right now if the placement people become to know that you are a mechanical engineer having the commerce background, so you can get a fourth option, that is if a company is asking you, I require the person who have did their commerce, so right now you can get a different chance in your career. So this is actually happening, means that's why the entire details of your life required by the placement people, or maybe in the online job portal. Online job portal, what they are doing, actually they are doing the same thing. What is doing your college placement tool, these people are doing offline, or in the online job portal they are doing the online portals. So right now I do feel you're clear about the concept of CV. Right now, what the page limitation for CV? Page limitation is differ. If you're writing a traditional format, in the traditional format, the page limitation for CV is, for fresher, it can be 2 pages minimum, 3 pages maximum. But if you're having the experience, it can vary. 2 to 3 pages is minimum, 3 to 4 pages maximum. Right now, you can ask me, Mr. Ranjan, either you can say 2 pages minimum, 4 pages maximum. Why you say 2 to 3 is minimum? Why? The reason is there. If I'm having the experience of only 1 year, that means the minimum page limitation is for me is only 2 pages. If I'm having 10 year of experience, 20 year of experience, 2 pages is not enough for me. So that's why 3 pages is minimum for me and 4 pages is maximum for me. So according to the experience level that you're having, so it can be changes. 2 to 3 is minimum, 3 to 4 is maximum. And the uses is already completed. So right now the third concept come about your resume. Resume is the most important concept, or the most end line process you can say, when we are going to offering to a end user, or maybe the final who is requiring your profile. For an example, you have applied for a job, you got selected. Right now it's your personal interview time, you need to carry your profile. Which profile you need to carry? You need to carry your resume. Why? Because if the company is requiring you as a design engineer, but you did commerce in your background, or maybe arts in your intermediate, right now is company require your commerce and arts background? Obviously no. If you are having the experience in a different field, in production field or maybe marketing field or maybe as a call center, is it required to the company? Obviously no. So at the time when you are going to give your profile to the end user, means the company, at the time you need to show that kind of skill which company demand, which company requires. So resume is a French term that means summary of your life. What do you mean by a summary? That means if you get 500 word of a passage, you need to customize that one into 100 or 70 or 50 word of summary. That is the same thing. What is written in the CV, that means entire thing of your life, you need to customize that in the resume. That is the resume. Even the same time, resume is known as also, this is the short, customized, edited, tailored details of a candidate. That means according to the requirement, you need to customize that one. Is like the tailor man customize your measurement to your shirt, and the same thing is happening according to the company requirement. You need to tailor the CV according to the company requirement. You are going to make your resume. Clear about the things right now? So the basic difference in between CV and resume is CV is having the entire profile, means entire thing that you did in your life, but resume is required that much what the company is required. And right now what the information need to be placed here, that is a long process. 10 to 11 points are there, you need to mention in a resume. So this is the different part, how to prepare a profile. But the main concept is, when you are preparing your resume, what is the page limitation? The same page limitation is that mostly 1 to 2 for the fresher, because fresher is not having any more means you can say experience. So 1 to 2 pages, 1 page is minimum, 2 pages maximum. But for the experienced people, 1 to 2 pages as a minimum, 2 to 3 pages maximum. For the fresher people, same is happening. If you are having 1 year of experience, regarding to you or according to you, you can write down. If you are having a 10 year of experience, according to you, that can be differ. So this is all about your CV, resume and biodata. Right now just give me answer. If you are applying for a job in Tata and you have given your profile to the placement, then which profile are you going to give? CV or resume? It's obviously your CV. Why? Because you are giving your entire profile to this placement. Right now the placement is requiring. If you got selected and right now it's a turn to go for the personal interview, right now which profile you need to bring? Obviously it's your resume, because right now the company is asking you what the skill you are having, that actually we require. That means you need to show yourself what the skill is you are having to this company. That's as simple as it. And the same time, if you're applying for a company portal, two different things is there. One is a job portal, one is a company portal. Job portal means a general purpose. That means is same as like a placement, sign in, freshers world, or you can say naukri.com. These are the job portals. But in the company portal, what happened? For an example, Tata L&T is they are having the they require some design engineers. So what at the time they have already described about the post, describe about their requirements. Right now you need to prepare your profile of your resume, because they have asked you or demand you, if you are having that kind of skill, you need to upload that one. So while you are uploading your profile, at the time it's written upload your profile, then which profile you need to upload? Your resume. Remember one thing, no one is going to ask you that upload CV or upload resume. They have written upload your profile. Right now it's your choice which profile you are going to upload, resume, CV or biodata. So this is the basic concept you need to know, that what is the difference between CV, resume and biodata, and which profile you are going to prepare or which profile you are going to upload when it's required. And the basic thing is there, when you are applying for a company, some company are asking you about, please bring your CV with you. And one thing I just forgot, have you cross-checked when you got a mail that your CV got shortlisted? They have not written your resume got shortlisted. Why? Because you have given your CV to the placement cell. The placement cell shortlisted. Yes, you are having the quality. That's why you can apply for this particular company. So that's why they have written your CV got shortlisted, because you are having the same skill that the company is required. Right now the concept, some people are asking you, please bring your CV. Not, they are not asking you, please bring your profile. They have asked you, please bring your CV with you. Right now what you need to do, Mr. Ranjan had said us, when it's a personal interview, means face-to-face interview, you need to bring a resume. So maybe this HR or the recruiter don't know about the concept. Let me bring my resume over here. It's not required. Why? Because it's didn't need to be show your knowledge, your talent in front of the recruiter. It's actually they have asked you why, because actually they want to know is your career is in the right direction, or maybe it's diversify somewhere. How? For an example, you did your plus 2. That means you have completed your matriculation, then after your intermediate in art stream or maybe in the commerce stream. Then after you have chosen your life to be transformed from non-technical to technical background, you have to choose diploma or ITI. Then after your BTech or diploma, according to the stream that you follow. That means in the intermediate you have misguided. If you are need to be go the technical field, you need to be go directly. Why you have wasted your 2 year of time? So it's reflect you have misguided or your guidance is in the proper way. That's why you have chosen this particular life. So for that reason, maybe company will ask you, or maybe what the achievement you are having, what the experience you are having, what is your entire life is there. For they want to know that one. For that reason, they can ask you the profile, means profile of CV. So right now it's a chance. Those people are asking you about the CV. They have means particularly they are asking you while you are coming to the face-to-face interview, bring your CV. That means that may be a very good company, because they want to know what the profile is actually, what the person is actually, and they want to know about your skill, your knowledge, your ideas, your hobby, and everything. So that's why they can ask you about the things. The last question of mine: why caste and religion is not required in CV and resume? Please give me answer in the comment box or maybe in the session. I will love to listen you about this answer. Thank you.